20 traders, 23rd of February. I'm coming out a little bit after the fact, and didn't have much of a choice. Had to kind of walk my dog, so I'm going to quickly run this by you and see if there's a understanding of how to play this particular session. And there's only two things you need to understand: where's the trend, and where are we at concerning the trend. And they pretty much gave you this on a silver platter. They open them up higher, okay, and the market was due to have some type of relief rally. Problem is, it's a little early for this, and it's in a downtrend, and relatively strong downtrend, with a gap that takes you all the way down to around 39.98. So, you're looking for the short anywhere above here. Here's R1, our first resistance level. It's pretty significant. You can see it right in here as well. This is a pretty steep trend line coming off this sell-off, and that's where it topped out at. It's telling you this is a heads up that this is where the market should stall. So, what does it do? It stalls. And I think it actually gave you a short early, and depending on how you manage that, it was profitable. And then they rammed them all the way back up to get everybody in, and they hovered and hovered, and then they gave way. And the short should have been somewhere around 30, 29 would have been, even anything would have been good. 30 to 28 would have been a viable location to get short. I took this in here, and I put in a five handle stop, and I said, they run them up and take me out, then it was meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. And I'm looking at this, and I'm also paying attention to what's happening in the Dow. And the Dow also topped out, and it rolled at the same time. Okay. And you can just see the end result. Now, this got a little goofy here. So, I mean, if you're trading multiple contracts, you pretty much want to take what you can take. And I know that, the idea, at least for me, is I'm looking for for the grand ball, and for it to go all the way down. But I am taking profits as we are going down. You'd be foolish not to. Now, I got my first target because I ran them wide, and I basically let them roll, and I kept maneuvering my stop accordingly. But I kept it a place where I did expected it not to go, and that was closer to up here, which was pretty much near my entry. And you can see it rolled a bunch of times. In fact, I had a bid at 12, and I didn't get filled. It rolled all the way back and came back almost and got me. And right here at 9:35 was the next significant break. And this is where, if you're didn't take a short up here, you're looking for it right here. There's still gap. They roll them, and look how hard they roll this thing. They went straight to the next level, which is the pivot. And here, look at prices telling you. They're trying their best to maybe hold it, given there's still a gap of about, well, it's almost filled the gap, to be perfectly honest with you. It's pretty close. But nonetheless, this was the remainder of it. They failed right here again. Same with the Dow. They gave away the pivot, and then they rolled all the way down to where they're presently right now, back into the trend, which is down and rolling pretty hard. This is a new low. This is below yesterday's low. So I'd be watching for maybe a possible hold down in here, and watch if you get any significant roll back up from maybe another little push, be profitable long. Don't get in front of it until you get confirmation. Here's the bigger problem. And let me make sure I can show you this if I can. And I can't. What happened to my trusty multiple charts? Here they are. Get a load of the Dow. The Dow just took out this MA all the way down here. That's the 100. So it's that's pretty ugly right there. You got a possible double bottom here, but man, they are really dangerously approaching the 200, and this is a big deal. And so is this. So, you know, it's really much out there. Everybody's bailing, and the trend is significantly to the downside. You want to sell rallies. That's the point of this entire session today. And you got it. You have to take it. How you play it from here, you have to be safe. You have to be careful. These are lower lows. This market is completely on edge. And I don't see any significance until we get down to here. And at that stage, who knows? I don't even know if we're going to get there. Like I said, this was yesterday, 79, I think was S1 or maybe S2. I can't remember. And it's a kind of a double, so it's kind of going. I'm not I'm in this right now, but you can see this is kind of developing. Let me see where we're at on this chart. And this is trying to come out of here. Let's see what the Dow is. The Dow is trying to do the same thing, and it's a big area down here, so be careful. There are opportunities here for the longs, but you got to manage them properly. You can't expect a big run. This morning was about the short and the expectation of filling the gap down to 98, which it did. And right now, in terms of your resistance, now is going to be this MA right in here, which I believe is somewhere around 97. That's going to be the big number to pay attention to coming back up. That was settlement. I believe this is that's the 50. So that'll be that. I mean, obviously there's way more in front of this right now. You still have S1 right in here, which is at 89. So this is the first area to go to if they're going to push it. And if it holds this level, it makes another run back up to 4,000. Pay attention. 4,000 is a big deal. It's literally halfway back of the entire trading range of the beginning of this year, and for the most part, the low of last year, 38, 42, and 4,000 is halfway back. So that's going to be a big level, and we'll probably see a lot of volume around there or rallies into it. And you're going to want to pay attention to any type of failure at these levels and continued roll down to the 2 and or the 100, which is down there. So game has changed, and the bear trend was never really out of the question. These were just bear market rallies that got a little bit ahead of themselves, and now the market is going to factor in the increasing rate hikes that we're going to be seeing moving throughout the year. I think they finally get it. So be patient, take advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves, and trade with confidence. Talk to you guys soon.